We are still at Learning Conversations here in Heidelberg, this time with Günther. And my first question to you is, what do you mean with openness?
Well, with openness, I think that the main focus of systemic TA is that we have a different kind of identity of TA. What means that well, the base is that we are focused on transactions. That is the base, not on some hypothesis about Oedipus complex or such things, but on transactions. We are experimental, we are international, we are humanistic, and we are systemic. But that's all. So systemic TA doesn't mean that you have a devotee to Eric Berne, but you can build new models. As, for example, also was the case in Eric Berne's time. When you started with TA, you had to build a new model about something that you experience in your professional work and write a paper about that, and then you get the certification in TA. And we somehow want to come back to this developmental stage of TA, because TA needs it, and the systemic way to construct real realities is the best way to do that, and that is the kind of openness, I think. And let me add something. And we try to live that in this event, in this learning conversation today, tomorrow, and at Sunday. Yeah.
So this event, this format of the event, is not just a fake. It's more like you try to live being away from theories. You step down, you say everybody's on the same level, and let's discuss. Let's go down to the content. Is that the right understanding?
Well, it's not far from theory. There are always several perspectives, but it's not a pure theory. I think that's a university ground here. Therefore, maybe the thinking level is always there. But we don't discount thinking. But I think for nowadays work, we have to live it, and we have to experiment with it, and to be not only open, but you have to have this mindfulness, so to say. Better to be slow in the process and to reflect it and to be mindful in it. Than to be too fast, and often thoughts are very fast. You can think very fast, but that's not a learning process. You have, in a learning process, you have to go step by step. You have to be with your emotions, you have to be with your thinking, you have to be maybe with your spiritual orientation, you have to be with your body, and all these levels are in a congruent position. Then there is a balanced learning, and we try to do that. We are not perfect in this, but it sounds like an interesting way to start it here.
So, what I've got to have to be part of this community? Do I have to have a degree? Do I have to have a special kind of education? What's the barrier? What's the criteria to be an engaged community member?
Well, the first thing that I have in mind is some kind of practice. But to every human being has a practice in living, so you have a psychological practice per se. But the second point I would like to mention is that you somehow have to be on the to behave on the okay level. That is a very basic TA concept, that you respect the other person, and then that you somehow respect yourself. And if you're interested to contribute on this level, and if you're interested to learn something about TA, then you can come from every side to this kind of community. I think there is no formal degree in it, and I think the tradition that we developed in the ESB, for example, for Bernd Schmidt's Institute, is that it is a question of the practice, that we are not so far describing culture, but we try to live culture. Okay. It's somehow, if you mention, and we don't write down a very sophisticated corporate identity, or we do this, and we are fine and we are excellent, or all this kind of stuff. If you mention this, then sometimes it vanishes. So, okay. So you have to live it, and we have to practice it. We will see. We talked about the liquid feedback before, and we'll have to assess from point to point: are we at the right on the right way, or have we monitor in some way and to change the direction a bit? And this is kind of new processes that we have.
So that should be the point. Where we make a cut and discuss tomorrow what means practice and what is the culture behind that. Is that okay
Sure.
for you?
Yeah.